Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to today's Explainer. We're going to break down one of the most profound historical moments of survival, dedication, and pure belief. We're talking about a story that absolutely redefines what bravery even means. Our main focus today? How loyalty truly defines true faith. And we're going to explore this through the unbelievable knight, Imam Ali, may Allah be pleased with him, chose courage over comfort. Now, to really grasp the sheer magnitude of this event, we have to transport ourselves directly into the suspenseful, pitch-black streets of Makkah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, was actively preparing for the Hijrah, the great migration to Medina. But guys, this wasn't just some peaceful departure. This was a highly coordinated escape from severe persecution. The stakes, literally as high as they could get. The city's elites had conspired to just end his message, once and for all. Danger quite literally surrounded his home. Armed men from various tribes, so they could share the blame, were waiting in the darkness with a very specific, deadly intent. The tension must have been unbelievable. Every single shadow held a potential assassin.
Picture this, Makkah, under a sky full of stars. The houses are dead quiet, but that silence? It's completely deceptive. Just outside the Prophet ﷺ home, there's a looming, physical threat hiding in the shadows. We're not talking about random thugs here. These were hand-picked warriors from different clans, armed to the teeth, watching the door, and just waiting for the perfect moment to strike while he slept. Inside the house, the atmosphere must have been incredibly heavy. Every second counts as the Prophet ﷺ makes his final preparations to leave, knowing full well that stepping outside could mean immediate death. The air is just thick with anticipation. Survival hinges on a flawlessly executed plan.
Let's trace exactly how this intense sequence of survival unfolded over just a few hours. First, under the cover of night, the Prophet ﷺ miraculously slips past the guards and safely departs. At the exact same time, Imam Ali takes his place, sleeping in the bed to maintain the illusion that the Prophet is still there. Then, morning breaks. The armed men storm in, only to discover they've been waiting all night for the wrong person. Finally, by day, the trusts, the valuables left with the Prophet, are safely returned to the people. It's a rapid, high-stakes roadmap where literally one wrong move means total catastrophe. Understanding the immense burden of what was actually asked in that quiet house before the Prophet ﷺ left is absolutely crucial. Imam Ali was given two very specific instructions. Step 1, sleep in the Prophet's bed as a decoy. Step 2, stay behind to ensure the trusts, the valuables left by the people of Mecca, were safely returned. Now let's pause on that second step for a second. The Prophet ﷺ was known as Al-Amin, the trustworthy. Even his fiercest enemies, the exact same people trying to kill him, trusted him with their most precious belongings. Returning these items was critical to preserving that flawless character. So Imam Ali was being asked to step directly into the crosshairs of an assassination plot to protect both the life and the legacy of the Prophet. And you know what? He accepted this immense burden without a single moment of hesitation. Notice the terrifying contrast of this exact moment. On the inside, you've got a simple bed in a quiet room, but on the outside, a harsh, terrifying reality. Armed men waiting in the darkness, swords drawn, ready to strike at the slightest movement. Imam Ali was perfectly aware of the risk. He knew exactly who was waiting outside that door and what they intended to do. Taking the Prophet ﷺ's place wasn't just a simple favor. He was intentionally placing himself exactly where the danger was concentrated. He wrapped himself in the Prophet's mantle, fully expecting that the assassin's blades, which were meant for the Prophet, would find him instead. His faith was stronger than his fear. This profound truth right here is the absolute key to unlocking our understanding of this entire event. Because here, the focus dramatically shifts from the physical danger lurking outside to the internal, spiritual state of Imam Ali inside. Natural human terror would scream at you to run away, hide, or at least stay as far away from that bed as physically possible. But his absolute trust in Allah completely overrode that primal fear. His loyalty to the Prophet ﷺ was so deeply rooted in his faith that the external threat simply held zero power over his internal resolve. He wasn't relying on armor or weapons. His protection was his unshakable belief. He literally laid down in that bed with complete peace of mind, proving that when faith is fully realized, it conquers the deepest of human fears. And then comes the dramatic climax of the night. Morning light finally pierces the darkness. The waiting assassins, eager to finish their dark task, burst into the room. They throw back the covers, fully expecting to strike the Prophet, but instead they're met with the face of Imam Ali. Just imagine the sheer confusion, the sudden realization that they've been entirely outsmarted. and the explosive anger that immediately followed. But what's truly mind-blowing in this volatile moment is Imam Ali's state. Surrounded by furious, armed men whose murderous plot has just been thwarted, he remains completely calm. He doesn't panic, he doesn't beg. In that intense, potentially fatal moment, staring down drawn swords, he is still just trusting Allah. The danger was 100% real, yet his composure was absolute.
So surviving the night was only step 1. Now he had to complete step 2. Imam Ali steps out into the unforgiving daylight of a city that is actively hunting for the Prophet ﷺ. He walks right through hostile streets, seeking out the very people who had plotted the assassination just to return their valuables to them. He executes this task with complete honesty, fulfilling the Prophet ﷺ's instruction to the letter. Think about the incredible bravery required to walk through Makkah in broad daylight at that moment. This perfectly ties the concept of holding a physical trust directly to absolute spiritual integrity. Even while navigating a city completely consumed by hostility, his priority was honesty and fulfilling the promise made. He didn't just survive, he upheld the supreme moral standard of his faith.